Hi everyone. If you want to find errors in Excel, there is a way to do that using go to special. But counting the number of errors is not that easy. Let me give you an example. Let's first calculate the profit margin, which is nothing but the profit divided by the sales value. As you can see, we are getting all the profit margins, but in a case where both the sales and profit are zero, there are some errors that come here. This is a non-divisibility by zero error, and it makes sense because you can't divide a zero by another zero. If you simply want to highlight where the errors are coming, you can go to Conditional Formatting, then click on New Rule, use a formula. Let us change the color to red, and the formula that we would write is error, and we simply select the first cell, that is D3, without a dollar sign. What this does is it highlights all the errors for us. Let me put the same numbers here as well. Another way to highlight all the errors would be to select, press Ctrl G for go to, click on special and the formula, and we will remove the numbers, text and logicals. We only want the errors. Now it says that there are no errors here because I have to recreate the error. So let's divide profit by sales. Perfect. So one more time, Ctrl G, special, formulas with errors, and you can see the three cells have been highlighted. And now we can simply comment, give a color like this. But what if you need to count the number of errors that are there? Let us look at three different ways of doing this. We will do it using a formula. We will do it using LAMBDA, which makes it a repeatable function. And we will also do it using VBA. So first let's do the formula. Is error on the entire column. What that does is it gives us a true and a false value. False being where the error is not there and true being where there is an error. Now we need to convert these true and false into ones and zeros. We do that by using a double negative. This is also called a unary operator. And this will convert true into 1 and false into 0. And then finally we can simply find the sum of all these values, and it tells us that there are three cells that have an error in them. Let us take the formula and go to Formulas, Name Manager, and let's create a new name. I will call this Count Errors, and here we will simply paste the formula, and we will say equal to lambda range, and then instead of writing E3, E12, we will simply change that to the range. So now I can simply write equal to count errors, select the range, and it gives us the same result. So the entire formula remains exactly the same. The difference is that we have created a repeatable function like this. The third way would be to use Visual Basic. Now, to be honest with you, there is not really a lot of reason of using VBA in this particular example, because we can do it using a formula as well. But then in case you want to go through that VBA route and you're interested in doing this in programming, this is the correct way of doing it, or at least one of the ways of doing it. Let us go to Developer and Visual Basic. I'm going to select my sheet and insert a module. And in this we will say function, and I'm going to call this count errors VBA. The input will be cells, which is a range as long. First we declare our cell as a range, and then we write a loop saying that for each cell in my cells, if application dot worksheet function dot is error of the cell, then count errors VBA is equal to count errors VBA plus 1, like this. And then we also write a next. Let me first show you that it is working, and then we will come back and I'll explain the code to you. So we can come back and I can write equal to count errors VBA. We select the range, and as you can see, we get the same result. So this is how the three formulas look. The first one is a regular formula. The second one is the formula in LAMBDA, and the third is using Visual Basic. How this works is very simple. We are saying that for each single value in the entire range, if the is error is coming as true, then I would like to add 1 to that. So essentially every single instance that it finds an error, it adds a 1. That means that the first time it encounters this div0, it puts it as 1. The second time it encounters the other div0, it puts it as 1 plus 1, and then 2 plus 1. So there you go, 3 different ways of highlighting and evaluating the number of errors that you have in your worksheet.